it's also the second half of a conversation, and it's the answer to a question. So, can you help me find a nice t-shirt? Certainly. Can you help me return a product? Certainly. Can you fetch my Batmobile? Certainly, sir. So whatever the question, the answer is the same. Our name? Certainly, exactly. Thank you. We're super excited about this. We worked really hard on it. So I want to take a few minutes to explain who we are and what we do, right? So we're a platform for conversational commerce. So, and why is that? Well, we all know e-commerce has surged and it's bigger and faster and better than ever before, but still we rely on people finding their way around an unmanned store. So we want them to be clicking, ticking, filtering, endless options, and then maybe they end up finding the right or the wrong product, or maybe it's just not the right size because they needed that proper guide. And that's what we're here to change today. We want to make it more personal. We want to make it more fit for humans, so turn the technology around and base it on how we as humans communicate instead of clicking and filtering from here until the end of the day. So, is e-commerce changing today? Certainly, exactly. So, I also want to talk about the situation. We want to name a shared enemy, an enemy we all have, that if we win over that enemy, it will create enormous opportunity and value for all of us. And the enemy is that fact, as you can see up here. The fact is that 98% of all online visitors, people, they don't convert. So looking across all web shops, the average is 98%. Some of you might do a little bit more, but this is real numbers. And why? Why are the 98% not converting? And we want to focus on that today. And do we know why? No, we don't. It's guesswork at best. And that's the challenge. That's some of the things that we want to solve. How can we actually tap into the minds of the 98% and help them when they are on our website? So the situation today is we have a lot of visitors on a website. We have, in comparison, relatively small conversion rate, and that drives some revenue. And it's from that revenue that we need to fuel everything. And competition is increasing, CAC is growing, so we need as much revenue as we can to fuel our sales and marketing, to do our product innovation, to grow as fast as we want. So maybe if we could just do something about that. And we think we can, because a lot of the guesswork is because we don't know why those 98% are not converting. We don't know that today, because we're not in contact with them. So, but what if we could get more out of them? And that's the solution. That's the promised land. That's where we think we can go. And we're already seeing results on that. And at the core of the solution is conversations. So conversations is how we as humans interact to understand each other and make the change needed, right? And conversations, it's with conversations that can we end wars? Well, maybe. Can we solve family feuds or a dispute with the partner? Well, probably. But if you were able to have more conversations with more of your visitors on your website, would you be able to drive more of the right revenue and gain new insights into that you can actually fuel your business with? Certainly. Exactly, you know. So part of the solution here is to find an infinitely scalable way to understand and engage real-time with, and maybe even sell to every visitor that you have on your website. So what does that take? It takes two things. One is we need a way to tap into the minds of the 98%. And once we've understood what's on their mind, we need a way to also act on what's on their mind, right? But there are two challenges with how we're doing that today. One is humans, and humans are not scalable. We are not scalable. So all the way back from when e-commerce and companies start selling online. We just put our product catalog online, and if you wanted to have a conversation with us as a brand, well, you could call us or send us an email, we might reply. Then we figured out, well, hey, we could also have live chat. So we put the likes of Sendix and other tools on there to have conversations with some of the customers that gained us new insights. And then the past year or so, live shopping has really surged, and that's a great way to engage with and interact with more of your visitors online to get a feel for what they're looking for and then help them out. But the problem is that is not scalable. We can't, as a single individual, have conversations with 10,000 people at once. At least I can't. And it's also not viable business-wise to employ 10,000 people to have 10,000 conversations with 10,000 visitors to figure that out. That's a bit too costly. Number 2, third and first-party data. That's not enough. So just to be clear, third-party data is great. That's how you can find your niche on Facebook and get them onto your site. And that's how a lot of D2C brands have grown rapidly online, because they're able to figure out, well, I want to contact that person or get in touch with that person, but not that person. You get them on your website, and then you try to figure out who they are, what are they all about, what are they looking for. We're using the first-party data. That means the behavior, whatever they do on your website. But it's not enough, because if it was enough, we would convert more. It would not be 98%. Maybe we could turn around so it would be 2% of people that were actually not converting. So we're here to try to fill that gap. So it means that you can actually now, the technology is so advanced, you can actually have a conversation with each of your visitors on your store. And that means that you can drive more sustainable revenue, and you can vastly expand your customers' insights. So no more guessing, no more trying to figure out what consumers want. Now you will actually know. And we prepared a little video to show you what Certainly is all about.
Running a business can be an uphill struggle. It's a guessing game to know what your visitors are looking for, or work out why so many products get returned, or why cart abandonment is so damn high. Competition isn't fair, and life is hard. Are traditional chatbots able to solve some of these issues? Probably. But can we do better? Certainly. Certainly is a conversational commerce platform that enables you to create a digital twin of your best salesperson. Just like in a physical store, it proactively guides your visitors to the right section on your website, takes them to the right product, recommends relevant items, and helps everyone through checkout, even grandma. Learn what your visitors are looking for at that exact moment through conversations. No more guesswork. And, of course, Certainly does all of this. And when building Certainly, we thought of everybody in e-commerce. Are you ready to change the conversation?
Yeah. Give a hand to the team. Incredible work, incredible work. So are you ready to change the conversation? Let's talk about the 98% instead of talking about how we can yield more out of the 2%. Let's see how we can change that. No more guesswork. And a digital twin of your best salesperson. But before I go into that, let me run back a little bit. So our customers, our customer community, a lot of them are using our product today for support, right? Answer FAQs, auto lookups, handle returns, etc. But when we talk to our customers, they're also telling us, well, some of our biggest challenges are actually understanding that all those percentages that are not converting, why are they not converting, and how can we actually understand them better? And because of that, if we could just get more revenue, we would have more revenue to fuel our engine so we can grow faster, etc. So they're also asking us, so how can we use your technology to sell more and get more insights into all these 98% that's not converting? And of course, we listen to that. And it's not only about selling more, it's also selling more of the right products. Because selling more of the right products means less returns. It's better for business, it's better for the environment, it's better for everything, right? and the digital twin of your best salesperson, that is our concept, that is our sort of embodiment of what you can do now with technology, certainly technology on a website. And the good analogy that we think about a lot is in the physical world, the physical store. So, as a consumer or maybe you're a brand owner, that if you're in a physical store, the salesperson there, without necessarily knowing so much about your history, can actually help you out. And if they can help you out, you buy more of the right products, you actually spend more, and you have less returns, and you need less discounts. So it's really a good business. So the concept is here, you can actually take our technology and enable that on every kind of website, web shop today. And we think that's pretty powerful. So it means that suddenly you actually have an infinitely scalable way to engage with your customers, to sell more and get insights into them 24 hours per day, 7 days per week. It's a big promise. So I want to take it down and make it very concrete here. So we'll be joined with these 3 amazing power women in tech and fashion and innovators and change makers later, and you have to stick around to listen to hear how they're building and what they're doing, because that is really phenomenal. So I just want to give you a little teaser and use that as an example to show what it is that we're actually building and how companies are using it. So these 3 fantastic women, they're using our bot builder to build their own version of their digital sales twin or a bot. And then they're using our conversational web SDK, which is a developer tool that you can layer on top any website and web shop, and then you can turn it into a conversation and turn it into an interaction. And this is, just want to show you a couple of examples here. So you will also see, whoa, okay, I need to stay on and listen to what these 3 women are saying later. So let's start at Sixel's really cool, funky website. So I'm there, I have never been there before. So we're scrolling around, the bot is there on the right side, as you know, just listening in. And then I'm hovering over this beautiful track shoot and say, okay, the bot comes up and says, do you want to know more about this product? So it's able to, as a good salesperson, to approach you without being too much in your face. And you say, yeah, please do. Okay. It takes you directly to that page, so you don't have to click and filter. It could take you directly there, and it can follow up and say, look, if you want to know more, I can help you. And I'm a first-time visitor there, or we are, and that's one of Sixel's challenges. So you want to figure out what size should I wear, what's an M in Sixel in comparison to what I usually wear, and what's the kind of fit do I want. And through conversation, you can actually solve one of these challenges that are unique and not only to Sixel, but every online store that sells fashion have the same problem. So how can you actually help figure out what size to buy? And 50% of all returns in the fashion industry is due to wrong sizing. So it's a pretty impactful thing to solve here. And Sixel, they'll explain more about how their approach is on this. And let's go over to Tiger of Sweden. So we landed up on this shirt. So we're flipping through the pictures, and again trying to figure out whether it's the right size. And Tiger of Sweden, they know from a lot of their customers, they use the model images to see whether, well, does this fit me? I don't know the centimeters, the measurement between my shoulders, but I can look at this gentleman and say, okay, well, if he's 180 and he wears that, well, maybe I need a shirt that's a little bit wider than him, and I'm a little bit shorter, but that's okay. And then again, I can ask, so how does this fit me? Because I know Tiger of Sweden is slim fit, so what should I go for? Again, you can have a conversation and you can chat with it, and Tiger of Sweden as a brand get that kind of insights into me as part of my purchase. And of course, it can also help you just put it in the cart, just like in the physical store. And again, it does something really interesting here. So once you've purchased, it takes you to the section where their recommendation engine shows relevant products. So our technology can actually help you get more yield out of your recommendation engines by moving the conversation in that direction. So it's not about rip and replace, it's actually a layer on top that can help you get more out of your entire tech stack. Jumping over to Six Silk again. So we have seen the relevant products. Now I just want to go and check out. And for Six Silk, one of their challenges is it's a cart abandonment rate. And a lot of that is due to their selling in markets where online payment is not that common. So there's a lot of trust. So in their case, the bot is there to actually help you get that trust in, well, you can use these payment methods. It's all good. It's fine. And of course, here you could also ask relevant questions on the product, etc. So it's there as that salesperson guiding you all the way through until it's going to say, well, could I also bag it for you, and should I ship it for you, and do you want a little piece of candy with that? I think this is pretty awesome, and that's running on their websites today. So zooming in a little bit on what it actually does, what it's doing here. So first of all, it navigates the website. So because of the combination of the bot technology and the web SDK, you can actually navigate the website. So you don't have to click and filter an endless search. You can just have a conversation, and then it changes the pages for you. And it can go all the way back and forth as you want. We can also read product images. That is for Tiger Sweden in many fashion. It's about that. It's the images that you use to figure out whether does this fit me? We don't look the same. He's taller than me and slimmer than me, but I use that, right? So they fed the data into our engine, so we're able to read all the product images on the website, and by then helping the consumer use that as a way to figure out what they need to buy. And again, sizing is a huge cause of return, so doing that is pretty phenomenal. We also collect zero-party data, and zero-party data is the data that I voluntarily give to you so you can help me out. In this case, I'm there because I need to find something for my girlfriend. And that's a very different Henrik than when I'm there trying to find a shirt. So maybe you should help me out and do it in different ways, just like the salesperson would do in the store. We also use the first-party data as triggers, because it's in the combination that the promise here is. So understanding what the users are looking for and scrolling and hovering over, you can use that to trigger the conversations. Similar to when you're in the store and you're at the jeans aisle and the sales rep comes over and says, hey, could I help you find the right pair of jeans? Contextually, you can move that conversation in the same way. And then under the hood, we're taking the first steps to use behavioral science in how you then drive the conversations. So this is a screenshot from our platform, the filters section where you can actually put me in different user segments depending on who I am. In this case, it's for the 4 shopping personas that it's the same Henrik, but depending on why I'm there, I can be one of those 4. And different things are important to me depending on what I'm buying. And you don't know unless you ask me, so you can use that. And talking about our product and our platform, of course, building the bot, we made it and constantly try to make it even easier to build your bot and see value fast. That's very important. That also means that it doesn't have to cost $2 million or 50 million euros to actually get to a result. You can do that fast, and that's a big part of our approach to our customers, that it's not only the enterprise with big E, we want the entire community to participate. And then, of course, as you grow and you want to yield more of the result, of course, we're making it flexible for developers. And we have extensive documentation from here into the moon. This is the Conversational Web SDK that you saw in play here, where any developer can go in and start building. So the combination of the bot builder Conversational Web SDK is really powerful. And the sky is the limit. It's It's only up to your creativity, your innovation, and the business problems that you want to solve. You can use that. So it's not only about the use cases we're seeing here today. And then, of course, you can go in and pull out the template integrations if you want to send data to Salesforce or connect with Zendesk or anything else. And you can pull the plugs out, or pull the templates out, or you can build it out yourself. And our webhook builder, it takes 90% out of the developer's time to actually get connected with something. That's really powerful. It's one of the most utilized tools in our platform. So this is the picture I showed you guys before. So if you're able to have more conversations with more of your website visitors, you will drive more sales, and you will get more insights into why the 98% are not converting. You'll be tapping into their minds, and you can now do that at scale. So that means that you can have higher conversion rate, and from higher conversion rate also comes more revenue. And that means that you can actually grow faster and do much more. And that is very interesting. So I've been talking a lot, this is a tall order, so does this actually work? Well, remember this this shirt that I showed you guys a couple of minutes before. The shirt that we're actually buying is the shirt that I'm wearing today. It was actually bought with our technology. That's pretty cool, eh? Certainly, exactly. Exactly. But wait, there's more. So we also have the heroes, our customers, our innovators, the companies in their building, and you'll be hearing from more of them, but I want to bring out a couple of them here today especially, because these are small merchants. Ulrik from Pakke, they went in to build a bot themselves, and the bot takes 50% of all their customer support tickets, but more importantly for them, whenever you converse with the bot, you convert 4 times more. And like Ulrik said, he had to pinch his arm to believe that was true. That is pretty powerful, and that's a small merchant. Another one is Foliekniven, Rune from Foliekniven, a very cool guy. And again, with him, well, they're seeing 30 to 60% conversion rate whenever you're chatting and having conversation with the bot. And these results were even prior to the bot being able to control the website. So there's some really, really strong indicators that this will have a huge impact on the revenue, on the 98%. Okay, so I've been very concrete, down and practical, and you'll hear more practical stuff later, but I want to take a trip up in the helicopter as well to talk about what we're really building. And what we're really building is this. Well, it's not a Tesla. We're not building a car. Don't worry, dear shareholders, we're not pivoting the company. No, but the analogy, so Elon Musk and Tesla, they're trying to build towards self-driving cars. And the process of building towards that is very similar to what we're building here. There's a lot of steps to go through, and as you becomes more and more self-driving and autonomous, there's less edge cases. And the way you accomplish that, you sell a lot of cars, or you have a lot of customers using the technology. So a lot of traffic comes in, in our case, zero-party data, conversations. Tesla, it's countless driving hours that is sent back to the mothership, and the shared engine then improves the performance and sends that out into the cars or into the bots in regular updates. So in that sense, it's the same we're doing here. So what we're building is actually an AI engine that is going to power the new commercial web. And the fuel is zero-party data. And that is at the core. The more we collect that, the better the AI, the better we use behavioral science, the better we solve the use cases. Everyone wins, and as long as you tap into this shared engine, then you win when others also win. And of course, you can put your own unique stuff on top. And you don't share data with each other, but you share the results, the performance improvements, and that's really valuable. And because it's all e-commerce, then the data is a lot the same, which is very interesting. And it's based on conversations. It's not based on guesswork. And through conversation, that's where we understand each other and can actually adapt and maybe sell you more of the right products. And we have millions of conversations with consumers every month, and that grows and grows and grows really fast. And of course, the more conversations, the more data flows in, the stronger the engine becomes, and the stronger the engine is also to adapt to whatever is happening. So COVID, for example, it can adapt very fast to that if a new pandemic happened or whatever, because the data comes in fluent live. That also means that any online merchant, big or small, can actually participate. So they can have their own version at their own level of their own unique digital twin of their best salesperson. And we believe, and you know the saying, the tide rises all boats. It's kind of the same thing here. We are here helping lifting the tide, so small and large merchants can actually benefit from this. So we can all together combat that fact, the 98% fact. Right? We want to do that. And I want to show a graph just to make it a little bit more clear. So similar to self-driving cars, there's these different steps from fully manual to fully automated, and we're also progressing along these steps. So step 1, 2, and 3. Well, that's actually from the dawn of e-commerce, where it's just static products, and if you wanted to get in touch, well, you can send an email and call. So step 2, well, here you could actually start changing the content based on some recommendation engines. Maybe you're able to have live human-to-human interaction, live chat. Step 3, that's where most of the market is today. If they've been testing out bots, you can have some human-to-bot interaction, but it's still a siloed conversation, even with the human or with the bot. It's not connected to the website, so you can't change the content. You don't know what's going on, so it's like two separate worlds you're putting together. Whereas step 4, and that's where we are today with Certainly, is actually that you can control that content. So based on the human-to-bot interaction, we can actually have an internet that's autonomous and starts to be self-driving and can actually mold and personalize to whatever you are in that moment. And it's different who you are. So like we saw before, same Henrik, different needs. One scenario, I'm there, I want to buy this shirt so I look fly for a big launch event. But the next day, I forgot that it's my fiance's birthday on Saturday. So I'm there again saying, hey, I need someone to help me out. Same Henrik, different needs. One, with the shirt, I need to figure out whether it fits me. The other one, I could use some help from someone who can guide me through what I should buy for my girlfriend. And there, it's maybe more important that I could get that thing today or tomorrow than when it's my shirt. It's more important that it fits me. So same Henrik, different needs. And that's what you can do and understand through all having more conversation with more of your online visitors. And then, of course, the end goal is to have full autonomous web where you can have all these conversations and you don't need to involve a human in order to online go and buy a product. You don't have to wait for buying and then go and contact support to get information on what is that model wearing and how can I do it. You can actually reach that. And just to be clear, we're not there. It will take a few years to get there. But we're at level 4, where most of the conversations, most of the times, can be handled by the bot and the web together. And if else, like you will hear from Nadine and others, humans are ready to step in and help out whenever needed. So, first level, there's no interaction. It's siloed conversation between what you see in the widget and the website. And the next step is it's all blended together. So the conversation becomes part of the interaction, becomes part of the content of the website. And that's where the big promise lies. So I've been saying a lot of different things. So I want to make sure that I drive home a few points. So if you forget most of what I have said, then there's a few key takeaways here. We work with every web shop and website. You can layer it on top. It's not a rip and replace. You can layer it on top and actually get more conversation with more of your visitors and get more yield out of the tech stack that you have today. You can have conversations with every visitor on your website that can drive more the right sales and more data insights to why are they there, how can we help them, how should we optimize our website, what are the products they're looking for, etc. And the value creation is exactly that. More of the right sales and new insights. And that's insight you don't have access to today through third and first party data. So that's really, really powerful. And of course, it's the zero party data, conversational data that fuels not only the engine here with us, but also it can help your recommendation and then it can help your CRM system. You can use it for better performance in remarketing, etc. Because it's a direct link between me as a consumer and you as a brand that you can actually tap into. So let's stop that guesswork. Stop assuming and start knowing. So what do you think? Are we making a dent? Are we changing e-commerce today? Yeah, exactly. Thank you. And that was it from me. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you, thank you, thank you.